Alright, let's see what we've got here. Got a nice little group.
Getting it done.
Now what you want to do is set up an ambush so you can put a couple of your guys on Overwatch and then just have one guy lob a grenade into the pack or shoot into the group, and that'll wake them up. And then they'll try to run to cover, but your guys on Overwatch will be able to take a shot anyway.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to
now I screwed up there because I accidentally got inside of that other group. So now when I'm seen, everybody will join in the combat. That's actually not very good. I probably would reload it at that point if I were just kind of doing this for video entertainment, because that's probably going to cost me a couple of guys. You're really better off if you can just kind of sneak up and just take small groups on at a time, because this will be extremely difficult. Now those little red eyeball squares, if I wander into those, then the enemy will see me and it'll activate the combat, or I'll exit stealth mode. So you want to make sure you're in the best position possible before you do that. And it'll warn you, it makes that sound. A couple of times I accidentally hit the red square, so you have to be very careful. There's not very many bugs or glitches in this game. I had it crash a couple times, but overall it's very stable. But there's every now and then, yeah, like see there, I kind of screwed that up. I thought I was, yeah, okay. Yeah, she's not undercover. What is this, Sophie? Yeah, she's not undercover. She's just out in the open, so that was bad. You never want to have people out. I mean, these guys get critted. Not only do the enemies almost always seem to hit their targets, and you always seem to miss, but as if that's not enough, they almost always get a critical hit on you. So, you really don't want to be standing out. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to hit these guys with my grenade. Cool. Well, I got 2 killed. I thought I had the officer in there too, but it looks like he must have been out of the zone. So my guys on Overwatch will be able to take a shot at these guys. He's on fire. Let's see what these guys can do. She's out in the open. Alright, she got her target. He got his target. Wow. She got... Whoa! Okay. Now that never happens. That was lucky. Those guys almost always miss their Overwatches. So, it's time for me to go buy a lottery ticket. Maybe they've dumbed this thing down a little bit since I played it last time. Starting to feel a little too easy. Uh-oh. Never mind. This is Xcom 2, baby. You're dead. No problem, I'll just reload. Uh-oh. Iron Man mode. Yeah, so not a big deal to lose a raw recruit. You can get more of those, no problem. Later on, though, if you got like a captain or a colonel, highly upgraded troop, that would absolutely suck. You can always hire more recruits, but getting more advanced troops either takes time, or sometimes you can get them for quest rewards or just for money, but it would definitely be a very serious consideration. Die, bastard. That felt pretty good.
Target neutralized.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. -15, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
So even though this quest doesn't have a time limit on it, eventually there will be reinforcements show up. And I guess they just keep coming and coming. So every mission, even if it doesn't have a time limit, you definitely don't want to be taking more time than you need. So I wasted a turn there trying to get her in position. Let's see. Usually when the reinforcements show up, you get a turn to... you'll see them coming. They'll put down these blue flares. That's always handy, you know. If you're gonna drop into a zone, make sure you light it up real nice so everybody knows where you're going to land. But you can use that to set up your Overwatches, and I've even thrown gas grenades into the zone, and they landed right on top of them and into the poison gas, which was pretty fun. Alright, looks like we're good to go here. So that's the first mission. Nice little cutscene there. Okay, Enemies killed 6 out of 6. Soldiers killed 1. Rating good. So that's considered good. I guess any mission that some people walk away from is a good outcome, right? Now, one of the things I appreciate about any game is when the designers have really paid attention to the small stuff. And you really see that here. Instead of just a boring old stupid loading screen with a bar on it and some stupid spinning elk or something, you actually see your troops coming to and fro, and their expressions and mannerisms change depending on the outcome of the mission. Completely awesome. Nice little touch, adds immersion, and makes what could be kind of boring actually into something cool that you look forward to. Alright, so once killed in action, the others are promoted.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Love the drones. You're gonna love the drones. Oh man. The drones have made the difference for me in many a battle. They can do damage and they can also heal depending on how you set them up.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
The Rangers are your total badass troops. I've actually killed, I think, maybe as many as 4 enemies with one turn with a Ranger. They can get these bonuses where if they kill somebody with their sword, they can attack again. You're gonna love your Rangers.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
I think just in terms of kill ratios, the snipers probably rule the roost. They got this awesome cone of death ability. Just you can kill 3 or 4 enemies in one turn with that. It's not even on your turn. That's awesome. And their pistol is actually a very good weapon too. Later on they get a free pistol attack, which I probably killed more people with that than anything else. Let's go to the lab.
Commander, to the research lab.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology. Commander.
Yeah, that's way better than
Richard
segways.
Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent.
Oh great, the guy with Google glasses is operating on my brain.
I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe.
I always wonder what that
Had I
port was
access
for.
to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out.
Hey, it's
Which
making that
brings to
sound
light
again.
An additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of
These
all
scientist
our
types
research.
are always asking for a bigger budget.
Farewell, Commander.
In all seriousness, though, the research part of this game is awesome. And by the way, I didn't know this, but it was actually inspired by the Sid Meier's Civilization series, which kind of explains why it's so cool. But you can make all kinds of weapons, armor, get intel from these alien corpses, just all kinds of awesome stuff you can make, and the sooner you start researching it, the sooner you'll be able to use it on the battlefield. And these engineers are the ones who will make it for you.
Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had.
That's malfunction, Stephanie. Number 5 is alive.
Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think.
Woo, don't I know it. You ever try to set up a Dolby Atmos system?
You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, But from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do.
I may even be able to figure out how to hold a wrench!
Nice to meet you, Commander.
So let's see what kind of cool stuff we can make already. Flashbang grenades, medkits, and smoke grenades. Basically the way this works is some of these are instant builds, which means you can wait till you're ready to go into a mission to make it. Just go ahead and make them. Others take time. And you have one of them, and that's one per mission. So even if you use it on a mission, you'll still have it for the next mission. That kind of threw me for a loop for a while. Okay, let's take a look here. There's a little different rooms on the Avenger craft. This kind of reminds me of the old cannon fodder game. Kind of bringing home the idea that real sacrifices are being made. Oh, this is kind of cool. So you can even, it looks like you can even type in a little epitaph there. I wonder if anybody, do people get that attached? I don't know if that's cool or kind of scary. I guess you could really role play the hell out of this thing. And there's some history stuff here if you want to read about events in this game. And I believe it's got stuff from the previous game in there as well. So if you get tired of playing the game, I guess you can always come here and read for a while. I think this game had an appropriate level of text. I didn't feel like I was spending too much time reading, but I didn't feel like they skimped on the detail either. It's there. Sometimes I would skip over some of the text, but I didn't feel like I was just overwhelmed by it. Like certain games that have come out recently that seem to assume you have an eternity to read. All right. Looks like my video is getting a little wonky there. I was using a Windows 10 built-in game recorder thing, so I don't know if I'll be using that again. Looks like it's going to clear up. Good. Should never trust that Microsoft technology.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
Now, he's not kidding about that. This game is all about resource management. You're going to need supplies, intel, and even parts from aliens and all kinds of weird alloys. It's just all kinds of stuff you need there. You can see at the top, intel, lyrium, alloys. And there's a lot of tough choices you have to make. You probably won't be able to get everything that you want, at least not on one playthrough. So there's a little bit of replay value there, right? The stuff you couldn't get the first time around, maybe the second time you play, you get that instead. But I like that. I like the having to make a tough choice. Let's see. So here's a reward for this one. I get another engineer. The engineers are cool for lots of reasons. One of the things they can do, this is their evacuate, or basically clear out the debris in the ship. And when you do that, you not only get another room, you could put all kinds of, you could put a lab in there, workshop, power relay. But also when you clean out the room, you get some free stuff, supplies, or those alien alloys I was talking about. And the more engineers you have, the more you can assign to these tasks. Later on, there'll be rooms that you can assign engineers to. And if there's engineers in there, they'll get all kinds of cool perks and bonuses. So basically, you can never have enough scientists or engineers. I would say if it's a choice between one of those and another recruit or some supplies or something, I would go for the staff. I also have a choice of places to scan. Has he already finished analyzing our chip?
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex.